Right, here's a really quick test with the new USA JP2C Plus model in the Axe FX3. I'll compare it to my favorite Mark Series amp model in the Axe 3, which is the USA C++, which I use all the time. In fact, I just had a recording session doing some new ragdoll tracks yesterday, and I ended up using the C++ for all the guitars. It sounded awesome. This is the C++ where I've got it set up at the moment. You can see the settings on the screen. I'm having some issues with QuickTime capturing the screen, so this is just a screenshot at the moment, but I've basically got the amps dialed in pretty similarly. There are some differences in there which I'll talk about, but straight up, here's a USA 2C++. So the big difference there is that with the C++, I've got the presence down to 1. I find turning the presence anywhere up from 1 is just way too harsh, whereas with the JP2C model, obviously the presence pot must have a different taper. Because I can turn it up to 5 and it's not too harsh. In fact, having it down at 1 is way too dark, so it's basically got more like usable range, which I really like. There's also this presence shift control, which I'll kick on. It does this. The presence shift is pretty awesome. It's basically like the beard control on there. It gives you that like big Petrucci kind of man beard on there, or the bicep control, I don't know, or the temperature of the sun if you're into the Petrucci memes. One thing that I did find as well that I like doing on this amp is in the input EQ turning the low cut up a little bit, especially with this presence shift kicked in, and in the output EQ, you guys can't see this on there, but I've basically, these are the same settings between the two amps, but I do like to bring the 80 Hertz slider down from 6 to about 4. So here it is at 6, and then we'll have a listen to it at 4. So 6, then 4. And it's definitely got a bit of that, well, I mean, it's John Petrucci's signature amp. Of course, it should have some of that Dream Theater sort of thing in there, but you can hear the articulation when you're playing really fast notes with a lot of gain, which I always liked about JP's tone, and this has definitely got in spades there. So the firmware release, when I got up this morning, had been put out and then retracted, I think because of a bug with the FC controllers. I imagine that's going to be fixed pretty soon, but you can get this workaround where you just open FractalBot and check for downloads, which is what I did. So you can do that. I'll chuck the 2290 delay on now because that was the memory man. The 2290 just, yeah, it gives you that sound that we're all here for. So thanks for watching the video. Hopefully the full release will be out very, very soon, and you guys who are using an Axe FX3 will be able to grab it. I think it sounds pretty great, and I'll do a more in-depth breakdown, you know, how to dial this amp in kind of thing, and maybe some presets pretty soon. So cheers for watching. Here it is with the 2290 on. It's beautiful. Didn't have my volume up.